you start using the Thermomix more, you start adapting and you realize that it becomes a very efficient way of cooking. So it's great for prioritizing. I needed a dry bowl to roast and grind spices. So the first thing I did was to roast my spices and then grind them. And I was lucky enough that I was going to use those spices in the breadcrumb mixture. So I then went on to make my breadcrumbs in there immediately. And I put that aside. I wanted to show you how to make cauliflower mock rice using the turbo function. So I took out the breadcrumbs and I made the mock rice. And what I've got left to do for the kebabs is to chop some onions and then put the mince in and the breadcrumbs back in and blend it all together in readiness for making my little kebabs. And then when I finish that, I'm actually going to make some pita bread. So then I would wash the bowl and start afresh. So having made everything else, I didn't need to wash my bowl out. So that's how you should start to think about cooking with the Thermomix, and then it doesn't seem to be a big faff to wash the bowl, dry the bowl, start again. So anyway, I'm going to carry on now with my kebab. Oh, I didn't even wash the bowl out after I did the cauliflower because I'm going to chop some onions, and a little bit of cauliflower in there is not going to make the slightest bit of difference to my kebab. So put that in, and I'm putting 2 onions in there, and I'm going to chop them 5 seconds at speed 5. And these are my onions, all chopped up. I'm going to put my breadcrumbs back in there. Now, I'm not following a Cookidoo recipe or anything, but I wasn't really sure how to mix my minced meat in with the breadcrumbs and everything efficiently. So I went to Cookidoo and I found there was a turkey burger recipe, and I put it on here because it's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm adding my mince. They put 500, I put 800 grams of mince, but I've got more bread as well. Egg in there. There are 3 little ridges inside, and they're great for cracking the egg against because they've got a sharp edge. That's a good tip. Okay, so my kebab has been flavored already because I put all the flavoring in my breadcrumbs. So look at my breadcrumb recipe and you'll see it. I'm just going to add a bit more chili to it. Zyra's going to complain, but never mind. So now I'm going to follow the recipe, and I've found this bit in the recipe where I'm supposed to mix it. And they do it at speed 5 for 5 seconds, but I suspect I'm going to need a bit longer. Because I've got a lot more meat in there. Yeah, it didn't do anything. So I'm going to give it a little mix by hand and then have another go at it. So you do have to, if you're going to adapt, you do learn. I now know that if I put more than 500 grams of mince into this particular recipe, 5 seconds at speed 5 is not enough to give it the mix that I need. So I'm just giving it a little mix. I'll just show you what I've done. And I'm going to actually give it a bit longer now. And give it another 5 seconds. There we go. It's sort of mixed up. I'll leave it in here, and then I'm going to make my kebabs into little balls and then stick them in the oven. So it's actually really neat, much neater than putting it in a bowl and having to do it by hand all the way. So I've made my kebabs. Whoops, there they are. And what I'm going to do now is to show you how the self-wash function works. You flick across to the left and you see pre-clean. You press that. I've put water and a drop of washing up liquid up to about just over the blade. and it's pre-programmed to say 5 minutes, but it actually has a sensor and knows how long to go for. I don't think this would take much longer than a minute. When you're doing more heavy duty cooking in there, it senses it and it washes it for you. There we are, it sensed it and says it needs approximately a minute to wash it for me. I can go off and do whatever I want.